May I come in, sir?
All right.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. PRIYANSHU Agrawal,
Yes, sir.
what are you doing now?
Sir, currently I've taken EOL from the services, so I'm preparing for the interview stage and simultaneously for the next attempt.
You're working in the IRMS.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You got selected in the year. When were you selected? 2023.
Sir, last year, 2023-24.
You studied at Prayagraj.
Yes, sir.
How was it to study there, the Motilal Nehru Institute of Technology?
Sir, it was an excellent experience for me. There was a good alumni base, so they have helped me to pursue some new things. Like I have did a startup in college, started my own club for ESL, MNNIT, and learned different skills.
No, the NITs were started with a certain objective.
Yes, sir.
Has that objective been fulfilled?
Sir, to a certain extent, they are fulfilled because these are actually the regional colleges with the importance of education and helping the qualitative education reaching to all the regions of India. So they have actually successful in reaching to the remote locations of India. However, the failure is seen with the qualitative education and research outcomes from these institutions.
Suppose you were to be the chief executive officer at the Mahakumbh, and you're asked to prepare a report at the end of the Mahakumbh, which is happening in another 2 days. What do you think would be the salient features of the Mahakumbh that you would highlight?
Sir, first of all, I'll highlight the changes that we have brought from our historic knowledge, because Kumbh earlier used to be very much famous for losing people. But this time, yes, that their relatives got detached themselves and they are not found. But this time with Khoa Pao Bivag, we have actually ensured that there is no such reporting of people getting lost from their parents or with their close relatives. Second, sir, the prominent use of recent new technologies for geofencing and for use of AI-based monitoring and surveillance helped us to know that we are actually doing good when the technology is integrated in our services. Third, sir, we could use it as a form of soft diplomacy with our expertise as shown, like the Tibetan High Commission has visited and use and take a Kumbh as a snan. So therefore, this could actually help us to promote diplomacy and also an internal mechanism for unity and diversity.
And what lessons would you learn from the stampede that occurred?
Sir, first of all, is that the manning problem is there. Like from talking to the personnel place there, so they have told that the improper barricading has resulted that people have influx more than the capabilities of Triveni Sangam Ghat. So this has resulted that the carrying capacity is not filled, and due to lack of personnel being imputed there, so this has resulted into lack of proper manning. Second, sir, also there was a lack of understanding with respect to the safety exit mechanisms, because the entries were broader but exit were very short path. So this has resulted into very much chaotic conditions. So for that, a proper differentiation of pathway and dedicated development of other guards could have been done, so that the crowd has not come at a large pace at just few points.
How many zones does the Indian Railways have?
Sir, 17 zones.
So there are 19?
Sir, 2 other zones are there, but formally we say that there are 17. Other 2s are actually been imputed. Like so, actually for the formal paperwork we quote 17, but other 2s are recently added, and
which are the other 2?
I'm forgetting their names, sir.
Okay, you're trying to cover up that by saying other 2. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, which are the leading railway institutions found in Uttar Pradesh?
Sir, it is IRITM Lucknow, Indian Railway Institute of Transport Management in Lucknow.
That is one of them.
Yes, sir. Second is in Banaras. Banaras locomotive factory is there. Apart from that, sir, there are other attached institutions whereby the rolling stocks are being controlled and maintained. For example, for the Northwestern Railways, the Agra Cant is one of the place where the rolling stock are evaluated and checked.
Those are divisional workshops.
Yes, sir. But
there is also something, an important institution is there at Lucknow also.
Lucknow is a training institute, sir.
Apart
ARITM
from
is-
that, there's one more.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm not aware of it.
What does the RDSO do?
I'm sorry, sir.
RDSO. Have you heard of the Research Design and Standards Organization?
Yes, sir. I have heard it, but
That is
currently,
located in Lucknow.
yes, sir.
That's a leading research organization of the railways.
Yes, sir.
Please.
Thank you.
Yes, Priyanshu. Now you say that you are interested in reading spiritual self-help books. Which
Yes.
kind of spiritual self-help books?
Sir, for me, I believe that having a mental toughness is very important in the current time span. So, spiritual self-help books that provides the capability to heal from our own problems and learn from our own mistakes by propagating
Some
the
particular thinkers or generally any book?
Sir, particularly, I am very much inspired by the work of Osho, especially the book The Krishna by Osho. Other from that, sir, there's a Kapil Gupta's continuous writing. For example, the Atmaman by Kapil Gupta. Apart from that, sir, I have also followed Chitra Banerjee, who continuously uses our historic narratives to understand that how spirituality helps us to resolve our shortcomings and learn on the larger good.
Which kind of spiritual enhancement you're looking for? Like,
Okay.
can you tell specifically?
Sir, first of all, that how to overcome the fear of failures. For example, sir, the book The Krishna by Osho is actually talking about the true essence of Nishkam Karma as propagated by Lord Krishna. So these books help us to understand that failures is a part of life, but the only constant stays is the constant learning that we learn from that. So such books help us to fight those tougher times and also understand that with every failure we have an opportunity to bounce back better.
Okay, you have heard of Gulf of Mannar.
Yes, sir.
Where is it?
Sir, it is located. This is amongst the southernmost point on the border of Tamil Nadu, like this southern part of like the coastal part of Tamil Nadu, sir.
And state of Malacca.
Yes, sir.
Where is that?
Sir, it is in the area near Singapore and Indonesia. So that strait is called Strait of
What
Malacca.
is its importance?
So it is one of the major choke points because most of the world trade connecting Indo-Pacific region occurs from that place. Second, sir, the increasing strategic importance of the place to control the international trade and commerce because...
How much of Indian trade passes through that?
Sir, in percentage wise, it is stated that 19% by value of a trade occurs through Strait of Malacca.
And which are the other routes that we follow?
Sir, other key routes are using Red Sea, which is one of the major point of trade with the region and with the Mediterranean Sea. Also for exporting, like we have started exporting to the African countries. So we also go use the path of Cape of Good Hope for the South African nations. Also, sir, apart from Red Sea, we use the points like the Persian Gulf area.
You can tell about 3 more choke points in Indian Ocean.
Sir, first is other 3 points, sir. One is the point that is Horn of Africa. That is, I am forgetting the exact name, but the Horn of Africa and the nearby confluence point is one of the choke point. And other is, sir, the Persian region where the Arabian Sea is connected to the Persian Gulf. That is one of the choke
Okay, you
points.
forget those names.
I am forgetting the
These 2 are
exact names.
important
Yes,
choke
sir.
points. All right, thank you. Thank you.
sir.
All the best.
So Priyanshu, I was very impressed that at this tender age, you're taken to spirituality and you want to grow up. That's a very important aspect. And spirituality tells one of the major aspects of spirituality is contentment. If we are content with ourselves, happiness and everything happens.
Yes, sir.
So are you a content man?
Yes, sir. I'm a content.
So if you already got Indian Railway Management Service, why are you looking for something else?
Sir, with the containment, we also have a scope of extra containment. So, like I have not said that railway services are good or bad, but since UPSC is providing us an opportunity to improve with another attempt, so I thought that I could put on the extra containment.
Excellent. That's another very good thought. But looking at the same thing, continuing with the similar logic, when I look at you, And I realize that you will be able to impact certain people if you take Uttar Pradesh as your state. So you'll be able to look after the 15, 30 crores, whatever is the population of Uttar Pradesh is. But if you are in railways, you are actually moving 2 crore people every day. You are actually impacting them, making their life wonderful, making their experience wonderful. You are uniting India. You are strengthening India. You are adding to the economy of India while leave Indian Railway Management Service.
Sir, first of all, is that IAS was my first calling, and that is what has actually prompted me to go for the civil services. Second, sir, with Indian Railways, though I have a opportunity to make an impact of.
Okay, excellent. So we agree that you want to serve the nation at a bigger level.
Yes, sir.
Agreed. So tell me 5 government schemes which have impacted a common man.
Okay, sir. Sir, first is MG Narega for.
MG Narega was
Okay.
long.
Okay. So PM Poshan is one for providing the proper qualitative food with the proper food security with integrating with midday meal. Second is for the new education policy 2020.
It just come yesterday. 2020.
Yes, sir.
Just been implemented. Okay.
Yes, sir.
If we insist.
Third, sir, National Mental Health Policy 2017, because though it was an older one, but now it is getting a lot of recognition because mental health is something which is
Okay.
Uh,
Given.
So fourth is for with respect to agriculture, we have started providing PM Kisan by providing.
Given.
Fifth, sir, for the youth, the skilling, PM Kaushal Vikas Yojana 4.0 to provide.
Okay, so I give you all these things.
Yes.
Now you come from Uttar Pradesh, and when we talk of Uttar Pradesh, by and large, when we see the television, you see that bulldozer justice. What is your take on bulldozer justice?
Sir, my views are aligned to what Supreme Court has said, that people have equivalent right under Article 21 of having a proper livelihood. So bulldozer governance is actually for the people who are illegally residing in a place and not evacuating on time. So if a proper timeline-based system is created and a proper time is given for evacuation and for people to rehabilitate, then going for such efforts is commendable. But if it occurs on a politicized manner and not a proper strategy and SOPs, then it is actually the problem.
So do you think that the government of Uttar Pradesh is working on political model?
Sir,
They are politicizing?
Sir, as per the reports.
Or there is social media, there are influencers which are making you think otherwise.
Yes, sir.
What is your take on it?
Sir, my take is on the role of social media or narrating that it is actually been occurring in a very wrong way. But also at places there were reports which has stated that UP government has not given a proper time for rehabilitation. So in that case, the proper evaluation must be taken place. However, media should be controlled to not tell lies and create sensations among the people.
Okay, I enjoyed interacting with you. I wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir.
Priyanshu,
Yes, sir.
job shadowing and internship hopping.
Yes, sir.
Hopping.
Yes,
So
sir.
this is your hobby.
Yes, sir.
I don't understand these two. If this is your hobby,
Yes, sir.
please explain me what is it and how has it helped you develop your personality, and what lessons can be drawn for the younger generation to learn from this.
Sir, I took this hobby because, sir, with our current education system, we are actually being forced to follow one particular path in life. So we are not exposed to other opportunities that are available for us to skilling or to learn new things. So by job shadowing, we get an opportunity to work in diverse field and learn their skills and strategy, so that they help us to understand that what is actually our calling. Because at present, if we see that the generations is going for coding jobs indefinitely because of high packages, but most of the people later turn up in a very sad state or either very stressed. So with job shadowing and internship hopping, we get an opportunity to try
Exposure,
different.
you expand
We
the
expose.
exposure.
Yes, sir. Also, from my experience, sir, I got an opportunity to work with the DM of Mathura, Pulkit Khare sir, at the time of Navratre, whereby he has actually taught me that how we have to work, because at the religious when there's a religious fervor going on, also we have to look upon to the larger law and order. So that has helped me to understand that as a DM, I have a good amount of responsibility and how it can help me to impact.
You have phrased this in a particular way, true companionship platform for mental health awareness.
Yes, sir.
Now, is it meant for mental patients or is it meant for people like us?
Sir, it is meant for common people because earlier we have started True Companion to provide the mental health services to everybody.
Okay. Can you differentiate between intellect, mind, and consciousness?
Okay, sir.
And what is jeopardized in a mental patient?
Okay. Sir, the major difference arises with respect to use of rationality and with the use of particularly data-driven accountancy. So if mind is intellect, it will actually believe in reasons and by the cause of it. While in the other case, it will actually have a more freedom and more understanding. And what jeopardizes the mind of a mental, so-called a mental patient is actually the very understanding of world is very different to what we idolize. They see world from a very different spectrum. So according to me, these people are not actually mental. It is just that we are unable to understand what their mindset is.
What is the fundamental biological function of mind? Biological.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm not aware of biological.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Priyanshu, you have done your graduation from Allahabad.
Yes, sir.
The difference between Allahabad and Prayagraj?
Yes, sir. Sir, first that the name change has occurred because the Allahabad is a name which was actually being perforated during the medieval times. As it is said that it is to spread the idea of Allah there because that area is prominently under a Hindu belt. And the idea of Prayagraj is actually been the from our ancient understanding because the Prayag means the confluence of more than one river. And Prayagraj is one of the very important hotspot, not just for Mahakumbh, but for our sacred rivers like Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati.
Okay, I will take that. Now, during Kumbh, I hope you have witnessed a Kumbh.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of trouble that
Yes.
people face. So, the organization of these big events by the public money, is it the right way forward?
So quantification of such events in accordance to me is not a right thing because it is not just about the some mathematical figure, but it is also a lot of emotions and fervor that goes with it. And those are actually a qualitative parameters that cannot be quantified.
Okay. Recently, I have seen a lot of videos emerging on social media where the passengers are breaking windows of the trains.
Yes, sir.
What's happening there?
Sir, it is actually it is said that the civic sense of a people is questionable there because since the railways have a limited capabilities to and fro the people, so the lack of capabilities of railways to accommodate them in some certain trains has actually resulted into public fervor. But on the same understanding, we have to understand that there are restrictions on the technicalities of railways because certain weights can be only transported through passenger trains.
So, Priyanshu, why don't we improve the number of local trains rather than building a bullet train?
Sir, though we need both because, sir, if we just focus on the passenger trains, then there's a loss of high revenues because we have an inverted tax system in railways. So if railways won't be able to generate a lot of revenues, it will impact its economic health. And also, sir, bullet trains are important because it will help the business to move faster.
Only one connectivity is there. That too is yet to come.
Yes, sir. Ahmedabad, Bombay connectivity. In
Okay, Priyanshu, as you are in railway, this question will be bounced to you. I think it's high time we should separate railway budget with union budget. It's my view.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's high time we separate these two budgets because railway needs much more focus. Do
Yes,
you agree
sir.
with that?
Yes, sir. I am on the same page that we need a separate budget for Indian Railways, given the importance not just for our trade and commerce, but also the lot of public movement that occurs with the train. And also, sir, train has a social cost that is associated because to connect a very remote places, trains is only the mechanism to do it because still the road networks are not so prominent and airways are very costly. So in my accordance, having a separate budget for railways is the calling, sir.
Okay, thank you. Over to you,
May I
sir.
just take a? Then why are you changing into IAS if railways are so important?
Sir, because if I get
What you have, you want a separate budget, you want to be a separate entity by yourself,
yes, sir.
and you want to leave a railways.
Sir, since I got the IRMS as my services, so I started reading more about it and bringing my interest to it. So with interest, I try to understand that if it remains my reality, and if
Okay.
I don't,
Thank you.
that, thank you.
All
sir.
yours, sir.
You were attracted to Osho's philosophy.
Yes, sir.
I think is that can it be practiced in day-to-day life?
To
I think it's
certain
impractical.
Yes, sir.
It's impractical for a society to follow his ideals.
Sir, practically it is very restricted feasibility to practice in day-to-day life, but certain things can be looked upon whereby we can integrate our professional life with the ideas of Osho. For example, Oshos have always highlighted that one must take work as his true dharma. So if everybody take that,
He doesn't have to say. I think it was said much earlier.
yes, sir.
But the point is, when you talk about encouraging kind of a disorderly behavior in society,
Yes, sir.
you actually are a rebel in society. You cannot be a government servant or a civil servant.
Yes, sir.
In that sense of the word, you tend to be a rebel.
Yes, sir.
Are you also a rebel?
No, sir, but I understand that a certain degree of rebelness is important because it is the driver of change. Because if everybody, there's a Durkheim's theory of social.
So, which is that
anomalies.
component of rebelliousness? Who brings that into government? If you think that that is required for change,
Yes,
is
sir.
it the civil servant who brings it in?
So civil servants can bring that change.
Rebelliousness.
Yes, sir.
And then who will follow the order?
Sir, orders can be followed upon by recognizing those model and making them as a changes in our current system. So, for example, sir, there's a case study when in 1990s, one of our railway officer was actually rebelled to start an online ticketing system, and he faced a lot of criticism.
There's a lot of difference between rebelling and working within the system to change things.
Yes, sir.
When you rebel against something, you are actually going against law.
Okay,
You're
sir.
against established rules and procedures.
Yes, sir.
And that's exactly what Osho was trying to do.
Yes, sir.
He was going against established social mores and procedures.
Yes, sir.
Can such a person fit into a government setup?
Sir, given that this is the understanding of rebel, then they cannot fulfill the setup of civil services, because as Weberian has also highlighted the ideal types of a civil services. So they
So
have.
if I were to tell you that if you were to become a civil servant, you should give up your leanings towards Osho.
Sir, I follow him in a very restricted manner, not a total fan of him, but only the certain ideas which are actually morally inclined to the ideas of Lord Krishna, which he has actually simplified to understand in common life.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
What was your score last time?
So 190.
190. So then I think you don't require any tutoring. You just have to repeat your performance.
Yes, sir.
Only danger you have to protect yourself against is falling into the trap that the UPSC may set.
Yes, sir.
They may want to find out whether you are contradicting yourself, and which you tend to at times.
Yes, sir.
So you have to be very careful about that tendency of yours. You could fall into that trap if you are not careful. So maybe last time you got 190 because you didn't fall into the trap. There's a possibility you might fall into the trap if you are not careful.
Yes, sir.
That's the only thing I want to caution you against, because this overemphasis on Osho or overemphasis on any one particular philosophy doesn't help.
Yes, sir.
While general religious texts are okay, Quran, Bible, Bhagavad Gita, Advait, all these are established Upanishads, all these are well known. But recent philosophers, if you're going to move towards any one of them, then how they contradict with our day-to-day understanding of practices and procedures in government, that's something which you will have to explain.
Yes, sir.
So that is difficult. So you should be prepared for it if you are going to be very sticky about it. Other than that, language is another area you have to be careful, because you tend to be a little liberal with the usage of language. You say media will tell lies. That kind of slang expression is not will not be encouraged.
Okay, sir.
Media, even if it's not, you can say they don't project the truth.
Yes, sir.
You can say that. They're telling lies is saying, rather than saying that, projecting truth, projecting untruth. That's all right. So you can't call the media a liar.
Yes, sir.
That's what I mean. So generally, this is what I would like to say. Otherwise, you are confident, fluent, everything is fine. You got 190. And railways, again, I think you are contradicting yourself. You don't have a good explanation as to why you want to join. Why you're writing the exam again.
Okay.
If you're so overly attached to the railways, I think there's no need to come write the civil services again.
Yes, sir.
I think you must be clear in your mind as to why you're writing the civil services. You must have a good reason for that.
Yes, sir.
And lastly, I think the point you made about the railway budget, that may not go down well.
Okay.
So it goes against the government way of thinking.
Yes.
See, there are a lot of logical problems with that. The problem why it was brought into the union budget is because they're actually trying to create a historical wrong or a historical mistake that was committed. Originally, the railways were companies that were set up, and after the companies got integrated into a department, then the department had a separate budget following that practice of companies.
Okay, sir.
So now it has been brought into a typical departmental functioning of the government as one, limb of the government.
Yes, sir.
Now to again cut off the limb and try to make it into a dwarf is not going to work.
Okay, sir.
And you require support from the government to provide for the capital infrastructure in the railways. A. B. You also need to integrate various forms of transport, whether it's road transport, rail transport, etc. So having rail transport going in a certain direction, road transport going in another direction doesn't help.
Yes,
Only if you have a common entity controlling everything, you will be able to bring in that integration.
Yes, sir.
So that is the reason why the budgeting has been done.
No, that is fine. So you be on your guard, no? When
Yes.
especially this Osho's thing, it's better to go for generic kind of philosophy. That's
Yes,
very
sir.
important, because some of the philosophers are there whose views are very clearly known,
Yes.
and they are anti-establishment kind of.
Yes, sir.
So that is it. Otherwise, you are a very good candidate.
Thank you, sir.
All the best.
Thank you.
See, you are pretty articulate, there's no doubts about it. But there are definitely, like as what the chairman very rightly said, I would perhaps substitute the word for media as media has got a bias.
Biases. Yes, sir.
So do understand the words play a huge amount of meaning. And when I asked the government schemes for which you want to join IAS, I wish you had told me of Swachh Bharat.
Yes, sir.
I wish you had told me of UPI.
Ayushman Bharat.
Things which are actually connecting the people down below at the grassroots level.
Okay, sir.
But when you don't tell me any of these things and you talk of all the midday portion, then I realize it is bhashan.
Okay, sir.
Do understand bulldozer justice? It is a media creation, but as a person who is required to govern, who is required to administer, he should be able to understand what is media and what is happening on the ground.
Yes, sir.
But if you just get carried away by bulldozer justice, then I think we are not understanding what is happening.
Yes, sir.
So please do understand these are the traps that they have for you, and especially for you, because you are looking for an upgrade. You are unlike other people who are trying to join. You have already established your credentials. With 190, you are a phenomenal candidate. The bar is going to be much higher for you
Yes, sir.
vis-a-vis the others.
Yes, sir.
So you better be aware. Otherwise, you are doing very well. Enjoyed interacting with you. God bless you.
Anything else?
Yeah, your interest in mental health patients, this also finds priority in Ministry of Health.
Yes, sir.
You see, and people are becoming more aware. It was stigmatized here,
Yes, sir.
right? And people didn't know the extent of this disease. Now they discover there are 10 crore patients of mental health in our country,
Yes, sir.
and also 1% of the population in the US.
Yes, sir.
You see, so it's similar kind of figure, and our infrastructure is not that developed,
Yes, sir.
to take care of them, and then it also depends, like the social pressures, the the expectations, they bring about, they make the problem acute, you see. So you are expected to know a bit more
Yes, sir.
when you filled it up as your
Hobby.
interest.
Yes, sir.
Yes, hobby.
Thank you, sir.
Now read up about the railways also. 17 zones and 2 rail zones.
Yes.
Yeah, please. Okay.
All the best. Okay.
You have
Thank
time,
sir.
Abhi.
Which other 2 zones could you find out?
Sir, I actually forgot it, but I remember that there are 19 because actually we got a railway booklet. So there they have written 17, and after that and there was a errata. There they have cut it and write 19. So I recall it later, sir.
Metro rail and all, they've been added now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.